research.
Yeah, right now
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
researching and trying to figure out.
May I have some water?
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Go.
Yeah, you just gathering research. You're researching, trying to find out what and where you want to go.
Right.
You know, so no, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. You know, and because you know it's so big and so broad and everything. I'm just saying that, you know, still try to focus on one particular thing, because
you just don't want to be scattered and all over the place, and you're not
right.
And then start to burn yourself out.
Right. Exactly. That's the way I'm going. And you know, to be careful, because it is. You're doing it's a good thing.
Right.
It's a good job, and you can see it's a full-time job.
Yes, it is.
It's a full-time job itself, just trying to do that. So, you know, hey, keep going.
Thank you.
Keep going at it, and just, you know, the business aspect of it, you know, and be careful with the people. Be careful. And something else that I listen to the TV and watch all those different things. But the other thing is for you to know is that they're saying now that there are fraudulent grants that are out there. Yeah. So, you know, just be careful with those. And any of these things, because I would think that you don't want to have to put up any of your money.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So if someone wants to fund you, do not give them any of your money. Remember that. That's one of the things, you know. And they say, oh, that's the other thing that's out there now, that they have these fake checks.
Dang.
They have fake checks out there, and a good way to know whether or not it's fake is that they will send you a check and ask you to send them X amount of money back. You know, so and what I understand with grants, they give you money.
Right.
You know, you don't have to give them money back, but they are so shrewd today.
Because I've been hearing a lot what I've been hearing a lot is that it's now very competitive to get grants. You know, it's not as easy as it was before. But I mean, it's out there, and I'm
right. So don't be afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid. It's just one of those things that you want to be
aware of. And I thank you very much. Because I'm always being put on. I'm being aware. I'm trying to be as aware as I can.
Right. And the whole thing is that,
and even when I'm pitching, you know, my network, I don't pitch it out too much, you know, because it is a work in progress. But it's something that, like, okay, do I, you know. Anyways, sorry. I just wanted to put that out, that I don't.
Yeah, but I'm glad to hear that you are being cautious about whatever you do. And then, you know, you can be as cautious, you can be as careful. You know, somebody's going to slip in some way.
Right,
you know, but one of the main red flags for anything that you do when it comes to money, if somebody says, want you to send them money, you know, and be careful with you might get a thing of companies saying, okay, send me X amount of dollars and I can help you do this, this, and this. So even be leery of that. Although you know that you're going to have to pay for something.
Right, yeah.
Although research and get referrals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and even, and sometimes even with that, but you have to get a respectful person, know that the person that you're getting the referral from, and then I would go as far as to check them out. But Jordan, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy out there, and how many people end up getting. So for me, that's why I don't if it's a call that I don't know, I don't answer my phone. Unfortunately, and thankful that my phone does not ring a lot, and it surprised me when my cell phone started ringing.
Does your phone say like the scam likely and stuff whenever you get the scam calls? Because you have an iPhone, right?
Right. I've been able to, block some numbers.
Oh, okay.
But this is something that blew me away. Is that, have you gotten it where your phone number showed up? Your own phone number showed up on your phone.
When you get a call from your own number? What?
Yeah, they're doing that. They call it. I think they call it ghost calling. And so it was so weird. I was talking on the house phone and my cell phone rang. And so because I was on the phone, I didn't answer. And then I looked at it and it really threw me off because I'm thinking, that's my phone number. And so anyway, I called my friend Nick. And so he said, well, call your carrier. And so a couple of days so after that, he called me and he says, I got two calls. And I said, well, call your carrier. And so he did. And so that's what they do. And if you notice, because I have 8.
So what did your carrier say?
Yeah, that is a ghost call.
So
they are.
Is the carrier calling it?
No. It's the robot calls. Scam. Those robot.
The robot calls from the carrier, or is it from somebody else?
From somebody else. Those calls that you get soliciting. It was a solicitor call.
Yeah.
Call and everything. And so they were using my phone number. And then I noticed what they will do is use the 878 prefix. So you're thinking, okay, 878, maybe it's somebody that I know, and everything. So, that's so they call them ghost calling.
I'm with Lisa. Or I keep going to Lisa's. I try to go to Lisa's every Sunday.
Oh, okay.
To just try to do this because I'm back with Freedom's Foundation, or I'm working with Freedom's Foundation. So they got me into VP of programs. So I'm wanting to do different programs.
Oh, VP program. What's
VP of programs.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like it's kind of like my mom's job in a way, but I feel like it's really cool because then I'm able to implement the network, with Freedom's Foundation, because she's because I'm also looking for grants for them, and so she's saying that you can actually make yourself a niche where you can become employed by them. So when you're doing these grants, you can just ask for 5%, ask for something small, to say you know, I'm coming in as a consultant. This is just a consulting fee.
Right.
And so since Auntie Aura is still president, that she said that, you know, just talk to Aura and then see if she can bring that onto the board.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff.
Right,
So,
yeah, you want to be, don't,
no.
yeah, don't be doing these things for free because it end up taking up, my experience, what happened to me, it takes up a lot of your time, and then they become demanding.
Yeah. Like, oh, well, you did this the first time, so you set it a precedence, and so it's like, okay, if I'm going to set a precedence, then I'm going to, I need to, I need to get compensated in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, good. So you're still working with Auntie Lisa?
Yes. So she said to, like, you know, be your own consultant, because I was seeing if she wanted to be part of it, since she was helping me, you know, since I am part of Lisa Hill and Associates. But she said, like, no, you can just do it on your own. Just be like JPW, or she said, like, just be like Jordan Consulting, or so I'm being JPW Consulting.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that you have your own kind of business.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So it's like So I'm not. So it's like I'm working on this. Even though I'm unemployed, I'm like trying to make my own employment, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good, Jordan. That's good.
Okay, so where do you want to start on? Like, do you want to see where we're at, or where is it that we're wanting to focus on, or what do you want to do with this session that we're doing today with the family history?
It was just what you said, and that's what I was looking through to see, and because I haven't picked it up in some time to see where we want to go with it.
But I liked what you did say, that you know you finally found your mom's name. So if you wanted to focus on your mom's path, and then, or is it your mom?
My grandmother?
Oh, your grandmother. Your grandmother's maiden name. So if you're wanting to focus on that path, and I focus on Anne and Solomon, how do you still feel about that route?
Right, or we can still focus on Anne and Solomon. We can still do that. And I was looking at this what we do have and everything, and on the history.
Oh, okay. So like we should really look even into like just the history of where they were located, like the history of Camden in the county, to kind of give like just a viewpoint of where they were at.
Right. And this was a recap that I did of the downloads. So Solomon and about Anne and everything. And then in looking at this, the last census, this census was 1879 to 1880. And so I was thinking, let's see if we can find something past
1870. Is this
before 1870?
This is for Solomon and Anne, or just for Solomon, or just in general, or for it to look into.
It would be for Solomon and Ann.
Okay, Solomon and Ann. So look into 1870 census, if we can find an 1870 census.
Right. We need the census because this census.
That census was from 79 to 80, and so we need one in the 70s.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Right. 1870.
May I see the dates?
1870. So see, they said that he was born in 1829. Anyway, the thing of it is to try to find a census before that.
Yeah. Okay.
That and everything.
Thank you.
So okay, to find a census before then, and then and I'm sure that it's on.
So do we think we're saying that Solomon was born in 1829?
Mm-hmm. That's what we have.
Okay.
So if we could find...
So we need to find an 1800. Yeah. Oh, an 1800? Okay.
Mm-hmm. We need 1800.
We need an 18... So do you want an 1800 to an 1870?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1800.
Yeah, 1800 to...
An 1870 census. That's... Okay. Oh, 70 years? Okay. Need to find it. I feel like that's one for us. For my end. What else? And then we're still needing to find Anne to kind of find her story, because that was the big thing I think with us, was trying to find Anne's, like, where did she come from, like, how did go. Sorry.
Right. So because they are connected together,
Mm-hmm.
it's finding her maiden name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so see, I have Pate, and I have this.
Because it's like, what is it? Is it going to be ANN, or is there going to be an E?
It could be. You have to remember, during that time, the people that
it was more so they were saying the words
what they heard.
Yeah, like spelling the words of how they heard it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
do you remember how you found Pate? Like, do you remember where is the census coming from? Like, from when did you do this research? Was this like back in 99? Was this back in, because I understand the census, but it's like, did you find this in 2000? Did you assimilate this in 2000, 2001? Like, what year did you construct this?
This was from all the information that I was working on even before, but I was in, let me see, I think when I typed all of this stuff
up. Was it from this? Is it from this?
Right. So it would have been
2004.
Yeah, 2004. Some of it came from 2004, and some of it came from. This I put together when I was in Tennessee, so it came from different information that I had.
Okay.
So the best I can see is that apparently I got at least I got the information. It says introduction, and it was the census. This is the census that I got this from.
Oh, okay.
I did do that. It was it was this census, and then this is the information I got from that census, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was that. So that's, and looking at this, it would be to try to find something prior, you know, of the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
So see, and looking at this, remember, in looking at this, it said sometime before 1880, several. And so what I was thinking of is to be able to find what would be good is to maybe find his deed.
Oh, okay.
Trust. I mean his. What do you call it?
Like his deed to the land.
Yeah,
His
deed to the land, or will and testament.
Oh,
his will.
Okay.
You know, to see if there is a will, and to try to find out who this person was, because it says Thompson died in 1888. The title, still not clear.
Oh, the title to, what does the titles, like what titles?
That was when he gave this land to
his will and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You call it a willing testament.
Will and testament, yeah.
Will testament.
Will and testament. It's called will and testament.
A will and testament.
Mm-hmm. And then it would be good to maybe see if we could find land title. It would be land title. Well, they called it here. It would be land title, but they call it a title bond agreement.
Okay.
And it was replaced by a warranty deed.
Okay.
So, and the other thing is, when we are looking at the census, is to start looking at these people.
Okay.
That was.
Okay.
You know.
Where did you find this?
Remember that's in the black. This is online.
Oh, okay.
Black in Benton County.
Oh, okay. Because you found.
Yeah, this is something that we had.
Oh, because then you found. How did you find black in Benton County? You were just going through, and it just came through, and then you found Solomon Donlow, and you're like, oh, okay. So find these people within, and then, or like, to see which people, not all of them, or do you want me to do all of them, or
no,
just the ones that'll kind of be within our family?
Right, and I'll show you the other part. But remember, we got this, and it had a little excerpt of this.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Excerpt of this. It was more to that.
Is this supposed to be people?
Yeah, those are my paternal pictures of my paternal grandparents.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's the best. Oh, here it is. This.
Is there?
You have this.
This is the best? Like.
Yeah.
Where's the real one?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know?
Mm-mm.
So
but
when did you get this? 99?
A long time. Yeah, a long time ago. But you have a copy of this.
I feel like we need to find these.
Mm-hmm.
I said I feel like we need to find these. So you don't know where these pictures are?
No. They are... No, I don't.
So what can we do to... So then how did he get them then?
These were sent by Tilly.
So I understand Tilly recently passed away.
No, Tilly's still alive.
Oh, so does she have them?
Mm-mm.
What is she... So what's happening? Like, what's going on?
I don't know how she got them.
Because I feel like you're not telling me something that, like,
no.
Because
Okay.
it's like, how is it that these are the best pictures?
Hold on. Back up. Okay, let me see, this was in 99. So there was this cousin, the story I have, there was a cousin, and I think paternal cousin, was a paternal cousin. I think she had started trying to get this information.
Do you know her name?
Teresa.
Where is she located?
In Camden.
Do you have a number?
Mm-mm.
What's her last name?
Law, L-A-W.
Okay, so she's a paternal cousin?
Mm-hmm. She's my aunt on my father's side, daughter. When I talked to Tilly, I asked her about it, but we have asked her before, so I think it was Teresa.
You've asked who? Tilly before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you've never gone to see Teresa?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I think we need to contact Teresa. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that it was, best I understand, it was Teresa that was able to do this much.
Okay.
This much and everything, and to do this much, and I think it was Teresa that that gave us that, and it was Tilly that gave us that picture, of Solomon,
Mm-hmm.
Solomon and Anne.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be looking at the census and then looking at this
Mm-hmm.
is to we will keep looking at the census. Okay. And then I was thinking today is to find out who this person is,
Mm-hmm.
and to try to find out his last will. It's called Last Will and Testament. Last Will and Testament. And since it talks about a title bond agreement, try to find out what that is, and if there's a copy of it. It would be interesting to find a copy of this title bond agreement and this warranty deed. And then I was thinking that also in looking for Anne and Solomon is, since they were all friends, is to find out where they came from. Mm-hmm. So the other thing is to find out how did they get to Tennessee. So in looking, and I got this in researching and looking at information on the internet. Mm-hmm. It says the early settlers of Benton County immigrated into the Western District, and so they were from North and South Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Alabama, mm-hmm. And those places. Mm-hmm. So that too would give us a lead. So yeah, the other thing we will have to do is to look at the census of North Carolina, of these different states. Okay.
In what year do we need? Is it gonna be in the 1800s?
Yeah, it would be the 1800s. I would say the 1800s, since we know that he was born in 1829.
Okay.
So if we can find census, of there. So
because I could have gone to.
Oh, that's you. Okay. That's okay. So, what I want to show you in looking at the census also is that, see, down low, and so you look, and and this gives you a lot of information, but what you find out, the information may not be, correct and everything. So it says that, let me see, I think it was, where was he born, and it says Tennessee. So that may or may not be true. And so, being able to read this all the way across, I think I have a copy of it, so you can see exactly what it actually say. So, what I have learned. So, see, this is what some of this information looks like. Oh, that's mine. Okay, let me see. This is a 1910. Oh, see, they even have it, 1800 census, 1810.
Where
So
did
I
you get
think at the library in Tennessee. 1840. I don't have one. There's probably one in here. See, it's kind of, you can kind of tell what the information is. So what it's, kind of like, where were they born? See, place of birth, and
Because this is him?
I think so. I just pulled this one out. I think this is.
So it says relation. Let me see. Who's the?
Is that down low?
Who's the first?
Down low. You have to.
Sam. Do we still have access to Ancestry?
Yeah, you can go to Ancestry at any time. So what I want to show you is, you've seen these, right? These census, how they're set up, and then you can pretty well tell there. So in looking at them, okay, so these were the downloads, and because whoever was taking the census, they just wrote down whatever they thought that they heard. And so you have to do a lot of real cross-referencing, with each one of them. And all. And so what I noticed, and so, they have Tennessee, so you have to just try to read it all the way across. And so you can see, they just put Tennessee for all these people. Not to say that these people were really born in Tennessee, is what I'm finding out. So the other thing that I've learned is that to look at these other people, because the people, within a community,
right.
They all within a community.
They travel together.
Right, and they intermarry.
Right.
Intermarry and everything. See, so I think so. See, so this is Silas, and that was my grandmother's maiden name.
Oh, I see.
So see, there were some Silas. It's hard to read. So here, and then another part of the family are Stricklands. So the Donalds married the Stricklands. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's looking at the people within the community.
Yeah.
for the other people.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
And so see like this, and see that other name for Ann. See, that's that BOWN.
Oh, Bowden.
So see, if you look, see that name is it's on there. So what I'm saying is that by looking at the census, you can match them up.
Yeah.
Because what I found out is that, you know, like the Stricklands married the Donlows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we will have to. So what I'm saying, the census is very important.
So should I start with the census here, the 1910 to?
If we and
What do you think?
I would say
Like,
if we can find them before, we're looking to find them before.
yeah, because I'm just seeing like because it's like, because I'm just saying like if I start with this information here, and I'm trying to go back, you know, what sort of researching strategies I guess am I gonna be using to go back, and I see that okay, they intermarried, but that would be after, right, the 1910, or should I still look before?
That would be after the 1910. 1910. So since we know that Anne and Solomon was born in 1829. So see, we need the census of we need the 1800s.
Oh, so you're saying let's get the census, and then, okay, then what I'll do is I'll still look at, because what I'm just trying to see what am I trying to do for the next, like after this, what am I gonna look at? And so I'm gonna look at the 1900 and see if this same family is that what I should kind of start doing, like look at the previous census and see if the same family is still within, because I do also see that I need to look at, you know, this family and seeing Willis C, and then also seeing what you were saying of, you know, looking at North Carolina and all of this.
Right. So I'm just so right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to find the census of 1800.
Okay.
Since Solomon was born in 1829. So we need the census of 1800.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I would say. So, and I'm showing you this to
look at the families around, because you're saying that, you know, oh, I remember, well, Silas, that's your mother's maiden name,
grandmother.
your grandmother's maiden name,
Right.
And so when so continue, sorry.
Right, that's okay. So the other thing, hopefully, you know, this is saying Tennessee. So since this is telling us that they came from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, you know, these states. So the prior of the 1800, hopefully it will say where they're from.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because with the census that I'm looking for, I'm going to be looking from 1800 to 1870. I'm going to be looking at census in Tennessee.
Right.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to be looking at census for North Carolina and South Carolina. Am I looking for census in the 1800 to the 1870? Am I looking for census in North Carolina and South Carolina?
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just looking for census from 1800 to 1870 in Tennessee.
Right.
Okay, that's okay.
Right, for right now, because see, we don't know, because this is a big North and South Carolina,
Yeah.
Virginia, you know, those are big states.
Yeah, we don't know the counties.
Right, and then the other part is that during that time, some of the states were together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, was it, because a lot of like Alabama and North, yeah, they were together.
Yeah. Okay. So I think if we can, and if by looking at the census, hopefully we will find a state.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. By looking at the census, hopefully we can find a state.
Mm.
So while we are looking for them, and you know, and you know, that's the reason why it's really good to get a copy of this also. So in looking at this, we're looking at the other people within their area to see if any, especially with Anne.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're still trying to find out what her maiden name was.
Yeah.
Was it Peyton? Or was it Pate? Or was it
Bowden?
Yeah. So somehow or another, you know, I was able to find both of those, and you can pretty well tell. And then, you know, and so when you're looking at the census, you're looking at the age.
Mm-hmm.
How old were they? And you know, so that too. So to, you know, that you're looking for, you know, hopefully it will have the mother, the father, and all of that. So I think that will be really good. So it's two things: is to try to find them on a earlier census, and to find out where did they come from, other than Tennessee, and maybe they were born in Tennessee. However, this is saying, let me see, the town itself owes us. See, and the other thing is Benton, Camden, Benton, Henry. Henry is another county.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, it could have been Henry County. And just looking at some of the history as to what was going on about that time. Let me see what it was. Sometime before several had moved to the farm. So it says they moved to the farm. So where did they move from? See, that's what, you know, that's the big question. Where did they move from? And, you know, were they coming but here, so, and this is the U.S. Census of 1870. So, you know, and like I say, you know, just trying to find out, okay, yeah, you know, where would, so this, it's one of those things of, you know, you have to pick it apart, pick it apart. So, yes, so, to find the census of, you know, the 1800, and see if we can find out where they came from, and even see, and the other thing is to pay attention to names, because so many times that could be a mother or a father, you know, that was living with them.
Oh, okay.
You know, so looking at that, so this is 1910. So this is not even Solomon and Anne. I don't know. I can't read it. But anyway, when did he die?
Oh, 1910.
So, you know, he may not have been alive at that time.
Oh yeah.
So these are, but
This is
see,
after.
but it does say Solomon and Anne. So he, you know, whenever it was taken, he could have still been alive. And so we still don't know if he was. And see, it says that she died in 1923, if all of that is true. So it is. It's one of those things of picking it apart. And I know you were able to trace Anne back to Richard, or
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was underpaid.
right.
So I still need to I too still need to go back and see where we stopped at and what we've put together, what we've
Right.
already assembled.
Right. And so even in looking at that, you will have to know how old she was at that time to see if that was really her. Because what does it, it said Anne. But you want to know if that was her age at that time. To know if that was the right Anne. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we can, I think trying to work on it this way, because my thing is where did they come from?
Yeah.
When, you know, I would like to know, where did they come from? We know where they ended up.
Yeah.
We know the children that they had after that, but we're still trying to go beyond that. Where did they come from? And so, as I said, coming, you know, and looking at this, it's saying, you know, they came from north, south, yeah.
Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, and Alabama. So, okay, so that's what I need to look at then. From where did they come from when coming to Benton County? They came from, well, we don't know if they immigrated or the early it says the early settlers of Benton County immigrated into the Western District of Tennessee.
Right. And then to find out if some of these places, you know, some of these states were all merged together. Even
so I need to know when these states became states, basically, in a way.
Right.
To see what states were merged before they separated, and between these, I need to go, but for this, I need to go before 1800 then. Right? From where did they come from? From where did they move from when coming to Benton? I need to now look at before 1800.
Right.
So like 1799, basically. 1799, and then before that.
Right.
What
you can do, It's my understanding that the county seat has all the information
The
for.
county seat?
Has
What's the county seat?
the
How do you spell it? County and then C, like the letter C? Or CSEESEA?
I think it's county seat. I think SITE. What's that?
Oh, site? County site?
No.
SITE is, yeah, site.
Let me see, county CE. They call it the county. Maybe. CEDED.
Oh.
Seed.
County seed. Okay, the county seed. Okay. What's that?
The capital. It's usually whatever the capital. Because like Nashville, for Tennessee, Nashville is the county seat.
Oh, wait. Okay. So for Nashville,
For Tennessee.
Nashville is the county seat. So like Sacramento, California Sacramento is the county seat for California.
Right. Oh, but hold on. Oh, goodness. So Santa Ana, I think Santa Ana is the county seat
For Orange County?
For Orange County.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So like so then LA is the county seat for LA County.
Right. And cities within.
And like Riverside would be the county seat for the IE for San Bernardino County.
Right.
So you're saying look at the county seat?
Right,
Or
but I would have to know what see,
they do,
but
what
now we're
information
talking
they
about so that's why we need to know what
Oh, I see.
city they came from.
Right.
You know,
because once we find that it says like they came from Georgia, so then in Georgia we have to see, but I have to see how it was in from 0 to 1799. Let's just say from 0 to 1799. Where we were at, where I have to find where were they at in Georgia.
Right. And so many of those, they.
Yeah, cause yeah. Okay. But that So I'll do this first, and then But it's good to know the questions that we're needing to find.
Right.
Now.
So not only are you looking at Benton County,
Mm-hmm.
you're also looking at Henry.
For the census.
Mm-hmm.
Because the census, does it go by county?
Mm-hmm.
So
So this is Benton County. We're looking for them in Benton County.
In Henry County?
Yeah, Henry County.
Do I have to look at all counties?
No, I know. These would be the ones, and that would be the other thing, because I think some of those counties kind of merged. They changed over time.
Right. So just look at Benton and Henry. Is there any other counties that you have seen? Or that you know of offhand? Because I'll look at others if I see any, if they were in, but if you know any ones before.
Now, it seemed like Benton County. Oh, you could, and you could probably Google it to see the counties with kind of within the area. But Henry County or
Benton.
what was the
two?
county? What was the county? What was it called before then?
Oh.
Or uh, how was it merged? Was it merged together? So, Benton, Henry, those are the ones that are kind of offhand. Benton and
oh wow, it's 3:30.
Time passes, huh?
Yeah, it does. So then, okay. Do you have anything else? Do you want us to go with what on your end, or just let's find this and is there anything else? Like
no,
or did you need to use the bathroom?
No, what I'm thinking of, I mean, do you have any other questions about it? But I was just trying to give you some leads, some leads, and how to really, you know, this has a wealth. As you can see, this has a wealth of information.
Right.
You know,
because I'm even thinking of just the radius of how far do I go with, you know, with like this one census, and then I see another family's name, you know, like. You know, there's pages and pages and pages, and so if I'm looking at the families, how far of a radius of a family do you want me to go?
No, right, and
I guess it's I know to go with the ones that are listed here,
right?
But I understand that it's just how broader. Do I go any broader, or do I just kind of go with the names?
Just focus on these names. So you're going to focus on, and so you
focus on Silas If I see Silas, Strickland, Donlow, is there any other?
No, focus on Donlow and Silas, and then this Pate.
Is that Pate?
No, that's not. But we know that.
Oh, the Bowden. Oh, okay, yeah.
So Anne is supposed to be a Pate.
Right. So we still don't know if she's Bowden or Pate. Right. Okay. So the family, it would be Silas, Strickland.
No, you don't. Don't worry about the Strickland.
Oh, don't worry. Okay.
No, I know about the Strickland.
So Silas, Bowden, and then
Pate.
Well, if it's listed,
right?
So I have to find to see if there's a Pate in there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because we know Donlow.
Yeah.
We know Donlow. We know Anne is either Pate or she's
Bowden.
So, looking for those two names. I mean, last names. And Silas. So Silas, we will be able to.
Oh, and then you said Donlow too, right?
Well, Donlow is your.
Well, yeah, I just didn't put it in my list of family.
Donlow is the for lack of a word, core. Donlow is the core, and
I get it.
Yeah, and so what I'm thinking to Jordan, the other thing that I'm thinking of, were these people related to Solomon?
1870, a group of blacks lived together near Colwell's Chapel, not far from Court Square in Camden. This is Camden, Tennessee. And so Camden is the state.
No, it's the city.
City. Okay.
Benton County is
the okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay. They were William Simpson, a native of Kentucky. So with William Simpson, are you saying that were they part of Donlow?
Yeah, were they related to the Donlow?
Related to the Donlow?
To the Donlows.
So do you want me to look at Simpson then?
Well,
to keep an eye out on Simpson. To keep an eye out on Jordan. Do you still want me to keep an eye on Strickland?
Oh well, yeah. There's a Peter Strickland.
How about Vaughn?
Mm-hmm.
And then Watson.
Mm-hmm. See, because what I'm thinking, his name was Donlow. His mother, his mother could have been a Simpson. Could have been.
So then should
some
we
of these
rule
other
out?
people. So when, go ahead.
Because if you're saying that, because we don't know it could be from, his mother's side.
Right.
And it's saying that it's a native of Kentucky. This is saying a native of Kentucky. And we're saying that we're trying to go before. Could they have came from Kentucky?
They could have.
So then, should I cross this off and look at, but I don't know if Alabama and Kentucky, when did Kentucky, okay, so.
Kentucky is a state itself. It's up above.
It's a state itself. Okay.
Right.
So then it's like also looking at Kentucky, because could they be from Kentucky? Because I remember that we were looking into Kentucky.
Right.
With
yeah. We had there's some affiliation with Kentucky.
Yeah.
Right.
So should I look at Kentucky then, or should I still look at North Carolina, Virginia once I find this, and then if I see?
Yeah. So by looking at this and looking here, it will give us an indication of where they came from.
Yeah, but I feel like okay. Yeah. So,
and what the other part I'm saying is that when you're looking at these census, see if any of these names come up.
Okay.
Because these names would be, it's a good chance that they're related. That's it.
Okay. So look at these. Okay. To see if they're related.
Right. If they are somewhere within the census that you are looking at, you see, it's like being a PI.
Yeah.
But to keep you from, because when you start going to Kentucky and, Kentucky is a whole state itself. Yeah. So where in Kentucky are they from? Illinois, Illinois is another state. So, and from this it's saying that they are from North and South Carolina, Virginia, and even those are big states. So
anything else?
No.
Or just what else? Is there any?
No, I think that that will be a lot to
Kind of get.
Yeah, because right now we have information from 1910, and so from what I'm understanding, we're still trying to find out where did Solomon and Anne come from, right? Yeah, that's what we are trying to find out, and so the census is the key, and like I said, I discovered and found out that looking at the census, to look at this and look at the names, and then that will give a good indication. And just because it said Tennessee, and so what we discover is that it depends on the person taking the census, and so that person just put Tennessee,
right,
all the way down. And then I don't know if you noticed that when we're looking at the different census, their ages, the ages start to, ages
switch.
and date of birth and all of that start to changing. And then the other thing is to look at, and the name. So the names is that, and from that they it was how they spelled it. They spelled it the way they heard it and everything. And so there was, we know it's a white person that took these census, and we know that they just put down, whatever. However, thankful that this is supposed to be factual information. And then, and like I said, in looking at this, to look at the bond title, if we can find a bond title, if we can find a warranty deed, and then to look at the different people, So my other question would be, how did Anne and Solomon know these people? Who are these people? So were they related to these people? And so thinking that even if we look at if we find them on the census, where did they come from? So if they came from a certain place, and Anne and Solomon knew them.
Did I need something on my card? Oh, okay.
If Anne and Solomon, I know, no, during the daytime and even late on, so that would be my question. And so it's interesting that Peter Strickland, and Strickland is the Dunlows married the Dunlow children married the Strickland. But see, it's interesting. There's a Peter Strickland.
Right.
So who was Peter? Where did Peter come from? You see, so so you start asking the questions, and then and Benton County, for some reason I think it was something else before the end, but I think Henry County, and you might, let me see, Warren, for some reason I'm thinking of Warren County. Might be another county, but if I can remember the other counties, but Henry, grandparents. See, yeah. Yeah. So, but that would be enough to. May I have my papers back?
Yeah. I want to investigate on that. We need better pictures.
I know.
Like, how do you
This
know
is
that?
My
How do you know?
That's what we were told. These are my grandparents. So see,
So how can you?
Grandmama Emma and grandfather Claude.
Yeah, we need to track those pictures and get better ones. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was just.
Because these are. May I have
True, you can
or did you want it in your thing? You could put it in your thing.
No, you can take it.
No, put it in your thing because we need to like assemble like our findings, you know, and like what we're putting in and stuff. So, you know, like a presentation, a book.
Right, yeah, yes. So, you know, I have. So we need to do the flow chart. We need to do the flow chart.
Yeah, we need.
At some point, we need to do the flow chart.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to assemble like a binder or something,
right,
to get all our information together to see what it is that you have, we have, and then what we can copy, and then what is it that you're gonna do on your end? You're gonna find more on your mom's side. So
no, I can.
or what do
well,
you
we
want
can.
to do?
We can. We can
together.
Yeah, we can still work on this together.
Okay.
If you want to. So. You can still do family search, or, you know, either you can come over here, we can go to the one at Yorba Linda or the one over by your house. Okay. That one's over by your house, right?
I believe so. Oh, yeah, the one that you sent me, this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's near my house.
So you want to do it together, or?
I'm now doing it together. Excuse me.
So see, this is something else that let me see. I found this information. Oh, this is there, Tennessee City Records. See, this is, see if you understand what
Free slaves, 1850 to 1860. What's this first word? Tenant. The T and the second. This one.
Oh, I think it said that's supposed to be Tennessee collected birth and death until 1908. Reinstalled in 1914. North Carolina and early Tennessee land records, 1753 to 1931. Land warrants, 1783 to 1843.
Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to do. Okay. So, you want us...
That was just just some notes that I think that I was able to get.
Okay.
To get and basically
is this like a world, like free slaves? Is this from 1850 to 1860? Is that like U.S. or is that Tennessee? When you put these dates down. Is that U.S. as a country or
Tennessee? This was probably all Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, chances are, because I hadn't gone that far out. I was just looking at Tennessee.
Oh, this is all. I guess this is the website that you found all of this.
Yeah, or that's an website. And I think this was information that I
tn.gov. Oh, gov. Oh, gov. Okay.
Backslash TSLA backslash history backslash grades.
Grade?
Grades, yeah, I said grades. In the grades.
Oh, grades, okay.
Backslash
guide. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I was at this
What does TSLA mean? Do you know?
Oh, that's the archives. You don't really need that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't. Oh, TSLA. Search for your ancestors. See, this was oh, here. Let me see. Website for census. Oh, look at this. Website for census. Oh, the other thing that I'm thinking of, instead of going to, the Carolinas, and that's what I learned too, is to find the Tennessee archives, which is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, see if you can find, yes. That would be the first thing. First see if you can find the Tennessee archives. And it would be in Nashville, Tennessee. Because what I was told that any and everything that happens in Tennessee, birth and death and all those records has to go to Nashville.
Mm-hmm. So then where do our birth and death records go? Sacramento. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, everything would be in Sacramento, California. You are so good. Asking, of course. Yeah. So let's see if we can get into, that would be a huge help if we could get into the archives in Nashville. Because the other thing that happened at some point in time, some of the records in Benton County was destroyed by fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Infamous fire. Yep. Yes. And I can live from his fire. Okay. Cool. So what is the
So I
next
guess
time?
this would be the website for the Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the website.
Okay.
The one in Tennessee.
Okay.
So yeah,
You wanna when do you wanna go and start looking at census?
whenever you give me a date since you're busy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Let me do.
Yeah, you can. You don't have to do it.
No, because I want to be able to. Let's do Monday, because I want to have like a consistency, you know. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind coming on Mondays. I don't have anything planned